Today's affirmation: I can care deeply for others and pursue my dreams. Both are expressions of love. Do you ever feel guilty for wanting something for yourself? Maybe it's pursuing a career opportunity, taking time for a creative project, or simply carving out space for your own well-being. That inside voice whispers, aren't you being selfish? Shouldn't you be spending more time with your kids? Shouldn't you take care of that family obligation instead of your own side project or hobby? If you ever felt torn between your aspirations and fulfillment versus your responsibilities and obligations, but then ultimately choose your family over your own joy and growth, this episode is for you. Today, we are unpacking what we midlife women face: guilt, that gut-wrenching feeling that surfaces whenever we dare to choose ourselves. But what if pursuing what fulfills you isn't selfish at all? What if it actually is another expression of love for yourself and for those you care for the most? Hello and welcome to the Mindful Life Changes podcast, where we dive deep into the challenges and transformations shaping our lives, from shifts in our roles at home and work to the transitions we navigate physically and mentally as we gracefully age. I'm your host, Valerie Mecki, a career change guide and mindfulness enthusiast. When I was at the height of my corporate career at a fashion retail company, my kids were young. I struggled with the intense guilt about my demanding career as a buyer. The long hours, the travel, the times I missed dinners or school events. I carried this heavy weight of feeling like I was failing as a mom whenever I prioritized work. Fast forward to today, and I'm experiencing an eerily similar guilty pattern, but with different people. Recently, I made the decision to stay longer when planned for important work meetings instead of flying back immediately to help my mom care for my dad who has Parkinson's disease. For the first time in over a year since moving in with my mom part-time, I was away for an extended period. The guilt hit me like a wave. The same familiar feeling of, I should be there, not here. I should be prioritizing caregiving, not career advancement. It struck me how this guilt had come full circle. From feeling guilty about working when my kids were younger to now feeling guilty about working as my parents are aging. This is the reality of the sandwich generation when you're raising children and caring for aging parents simultaneously. The pressures to be everything to everyone intensifies. But here's what I'm learning. Increased responsibilities don't have to mean abandoning your own growth and aspirations. Increased responsibilities don't have to mean abandoning your own growth and aspirations. And I'm trying to remind myself that my dad would never want me to hold my professional advancement back. He would want me to follow my curiosity and career path. He can't communicate as well these days, so his sage advice is now unavailable, which makes these moments even harder. But I have to remember it's what he would advise if he could. The recent feeling of guilt and the insight of trying not to beat myself up over my actions made me want to take a deep dive into why we place guilt on ourselves. Whether you're in the sandwich generation or just trying to figure out how to navigate a busy life with family and kids. So here's what I've discovered. Guilt is an emotional signal that suggests we might be violating our values or potentially hurting someone. It's not always accurate, but it is an emotion that plays as our protector, protecting our relationships and our moral compass. But here's the sneaky thing about guilt. There are two types, founded and unfounded, and each one is distinct. Yet most of us have only been living under the thumb of one type. Founded guilt occurs when we've actually done something wrong or harmful to others. This is appropriate guilt that serves as a purpose. It motivates us to make amends, to apologize when we know we truly did something wrong. Unfounded guilt, on the other hand, surfaces when we feel guilty despite having good intentions and not actually harming anyone. This is misplaced guilt, often rooted in how we were raised, through our cultural expectations, societal conditioning, or unrealistic standards we placed on ourselves. Here's what I've come to realize. Most of the guilt women experience around pursuing their aspirations or well-being falls squarely into the unfounded category. We feel terrible for wanting something for ourselves, even when our intentions are good and not actually hurting anyone. We're taught that being a good woman means constant self-sacrifice, that wanting something for ourselves is inherently selfish. But this conditioning doesn't serve us or the people we love. So let me share 3 practical strategies that have helped me navigate this guilt and hopefully can help you too. Let me share with you 3 practical strategies that have helped me navigate this guilt and hopefully can help you too. Strategy number 1, the good intentions test. When guilt surfaces, ask yourself these 2 simple questions. Are my intentions good? Am I trying to hurt anyone? If the answer is no, if your intentions come from a place of love and growth, not selfishness or malice, then you're likely dealing with unfounded guilt. In my recent situation, my intentions in staying for those work meetings were good. My goals were to make a real impact at work and ensure my family's financial stability. I wasn't staying to hurt my parents or avoid responsibility. I was making a choice that serves my long-term ability to care for everyone I love. So the next time you're faced with making a choice yourself, ask these 2 questions before you immediately shut it down. Are my intentions good? Am I trying to hurt anyone? Your answer should help bring some sense of peace. Strategy number 2, the what would they want question. I know another question to ask yourself, but this one is powerful. Take a moment to consider what your loved ones would genuinely want for you if they could step outside their immediate needs and see the bigger picture. In my case, I know my father would never want me to limit my career advancement on his account. He's been my biggest supporter throughout my life, always encouraging me to pursue opportunities and reach my potential. Even though I miss being able to talk to him about these decisions the way I used to, I know in my heart he would want me to thrive, not sacrifice endlessly. Most often, the people who truly love us want us to grow and succeed, not shrink ourselves to fit their immediate comfort. Strategy number 3, the both and approach. This is perhaps the most important strategy, looking for ways to honor both your aspirations and your responsibilities, rather than seeing them as mutually exclusive. Life doesn't have to be an either-or proposition. You can care deeply for your family and pursue meaningful work. You can be present for your loved ones and take time for your own growth. You can fulfill your responsibilities and honor your dreams. This might mean taking online courses while caregiving, negotiating flexible work arrangements, or setting boundaries that protect both your relationships and your personal growth. It's about creative integration, not choosing one over the other. The goal in midlife shouldn't be to achieve a perfectly balanced life. That's unrealistic. It's about moving and shifting with intention and doing your best to care for the ones you love and yourself. Now, with that in mind, let's practice an affirmation that can help you internalize this shift from guilt to empowered choice. Before we begin, let's take a cleansing breath in through the nose and let all the air out through the mouth, letting go of any guilt that doesn't serve you or anyone else. One more time, take a cleansing breath in and out. I'll begin by reciting the affirmation twice. While you listen, imagine you're writing this affirmation down on a whiteboard or watching someone write it for you. This will help with memorization, so let's begin. I can care deeply for others and pursue my dreams. Both are expressions of love. I can care deeply for others and pursue my dreams. Both are expressions of love. I'll repeat the affirmation again, but this time I want you to repeat it out loud to yourself so you can make a connection. I can care deeply for others and pursue my dreams. Both are expressions of love. I'll repeat the affirmation again, and once again, say it out loud to yourself. I can care deeply for others and pursue my dreams. Both are expressions of love. Now visualize yourself pursuing something meaningful to you, perhaps a career goal, a creative project, or a personal aspiration. See yourself engaged in this pursuit with joy and purpose. Now, imagine the people you love surrounding you and feel how your growth and fulfillment actually enhances your ability to love and care for them even more. Imagine the scene in full color. I'll recite the affirmation again. I can care deeply for others and pursue my dreams. Both are expressions of love. I'll repeat it one last time and give you a moment to let it sink in. I can care deeply for others and pursue my dreams. Both are expressions of love. When you're ready, slowly open your eyes if you have them closed. And if it feels comfortable to you, place your hand over your heart to help seal this affirmation with self-love and care. This affirmation is yours to recite whenever guilt surfaces around pursuing your dreams. It's most effective before you go to bed at night or when you wake up in the morning before you start your day. Practice it for at least 21 days, once a day. Remember, releasing unfounded guilt isn't just good for you, it's good for everyone you love. When you pursue your dreams with intention and a good heart, you model healthy boundaries and self-respect for those around you. There is no better way to develop a healthy habit than by setting yourself up for success. Subscribe to this podcast and bookmark this episode so you'll have it handy whenever guilt tries to convince you that your dreams are selfish. If you found this episode helpful, please share it with a friend who might be struggling with their own guilt around pursuing their aspirations. Sometimes we all need the reminder that caring for ourselves is also an act of love. Thank you for sharing this time and space with me. Every moment you dedicate to being mindful is a step towards a more fulfilled and vibrant life. Keep embracing your midlife journey with an open heart, and remember, you're not alone in this. I look forward to our next mindful gathering. I'll talk to you soon.